Hello my lovelies, welcome to my channel Lifeforce Unlimited. My name is Amanda and I'm a natural psychic medium and a visionary. And I tune into the collective energies of each individual sign of the zodiac, and I receive a vision which I then share with you. Also, as an inspirational artist, I share one of my pieces with you each month, and this one is for July and it's called Into the Blue. And in my artwork, when I receive a commission, you choose your own 3 favourite colours, which are then combined with sacred water from Glastonbury Chalice Well, and also sacred ash, which is known as Vibhuti. So this is a little pot of the sacred ash, and I've had this for probably more than 35 years, and in the use of it, it has never ever diminished. Now this ash was manufactured in the hands of an Indian avatar called Sai Baba, and all he did was rub his fingers together and this ash would appear. You can place it under your tongue, and it tastes like Parma violets and it has an extraordinary healing energy to it. This pot I received when I went to visit a psychic surgeon, and in his waiting room he had a full-length photograph of Sai Baba, must have been more than 6 foot long, and it was laminated. And at the end of each surgery, at the end of each day, he would take a brush and a little pot, because on the laminated surface of the photo the ash had appeared. So he'd just gently brush it off and put it in a little pot, and the same thing would happen the next evening. The ash would just continue to appear there. So this is what I add to the paint with the sacred water as well, and my intention being that whoever views my work will receive a healing blast of energy. So when I receive a commission, that the colours that are chosen, your 3 favourite colours, will denote certain aspects of healing energies that you may need in your life. So the colours of the spectrum are associated with the organs in our bodies, the emotions that we all experience, and various other situations in our lives. So the ones that you choose, maybe on a subconscious level, you're asking for healing in those areas. So the artwork isn't just for the person who commissions it. Anyone who views it will receive a healing energy on certain levels of situations in their lives. So that's how I work. I'm going to share messages for each and all of the signs for July, and this energy of this painting is a part of that message. Hello my lovelies, here are your Ascension Oracle Messages for July for the sign of Libra. I hope you're all doing well. Well, I've tuned into your energies and I've been given a vision. And this month for everybody, it seems to be that it's movies and songs. So, and it has 3 aspects to them, which is, yeah, very interesting, because the energy of this month adds up to 3, which is the joy of living and expression. So how you express yourself with joy. So if there's joy lacking, it's being able to call that back to you, that sense of joy. So 3 movies with the same actress, all very different roles. So it's to do with Julie Andrews, and the first movie was The Sound of Music. The second one is Mary Poppins, and the third was My Fair Lady. Now I know she wasn't in the movie, but she was in the original stage play. So I'm asking, well, what's all this about then? So initially I was shown Sound of Music, so the opening or the publicity photo is Maria running up the mountain and singing and sort of having escaped from the nunnery for a moment and enjoying the sound of the music and the freedom. But I was shown sort of the darker side of the that actual story, in that the Von Trapp family managed to fool the Germans and escape from Austria over the mountains. So we'll come back to that in a moment. The next one was Mary Poppins. And the energy of this is how we send out prayers or requests to the universe for help in some shape or form, and it can arrive from an outside source, something that you were least expecting, that has rather a magical energy to it, which was what Mary Poppins was. She just arrived, didn't she? Not by helicopter, but by umbrella. She just descended, holding onto her umbrella with her feet in fifth position, ballet fifth position. And then My Fair Lady, how a girl from the gutter was plucked by Professor Higgins and taught how to speak proper. "I'll wash me face and hands before I come," says she. So there are various different themes running through this vision, so bear with me. A lot of it is to do with the voice, how we express ourselves, how we allow our voice to be heard or not, as the case may be. So in The Sound of Music, Maria was a novitiate in a nunnery, going to turn out as a nun. However, she had this sort of maverick streak. What are we going to do about Maria? Because she was a free spirit, she had an ability to see the joy in life and wanted to express it through her voice, being able to sing. So also in Mary Poppins, she takes the children on this extraordinary adventure, jumping into pictures on the pavement, drawn on the pavement, so into these wonderful cartoons, and also inventing words. So coming up with new words that are tongue twisters, but have such joy and possibilities within them. So supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So teaching not only the children of the household, but eventually the father, Mr. Burns. The beauty of being able to speak your truth, to be able to see life in a different way, not to have your blinkers on and walking down those corridors of power and being stuck in a situation for 30 or 40 odd years, where you are so restricted by the laws and the rules and the dogma and the creed, etc. And the lovely ending of that movie is Mr. Burns with his kids flying a kite up through the morning light. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Come, let's go fly a kite. So the analogy of that is playfulness, it's joyfulness, it's childlike energies, and also when we send a kite up into the sky, we are trusting that the air will catch it, that the wind will catch it. And so the wind and the air is to do with our intellect, with our reasoning, with our comprehension of things, how we grasp things, how we can send out our prayers and our rockets of desire, as Abraham calls it. And then with the My Fair Lady, it's turning a person from one thing into something else. So some of us can have a restricted outlook on life, a blinkered outlook on life, where we think, oh, this is it, there's nothing more than this, I will forever be a flower girl, in the gutter. I can't ever see myself rising up out of this and having a different sort of life. And so again, an outside force comes in Professor Higgins, and for a bet, takes this girl and transforms her into a lady. That there is a bit of a backlash from her, but that backlash is the moment she realises how powerful she actually is. So she's allowed this outside source to come in and pluck her and take her and put her somewhere else, supposedly having a power imposed upon her by Professor Higgins, but actually the worm turns at one point and she asserts herself. So she finds her voice. It's transformed. She finds her voice and she has an ability to talk back and to state her case, to state her truth. So there seems to be the theme running through this vision for you for July is about empowerment, is about feeling that energy coming up and out through your voice, through your throat chakra. If you've been squished or squashed by anyone or anything in your life, male or female. So yes, the 3 movies are featuring a female. But the feminine side of us is our ability to voice things, to speak, to create, to chant, to hum, to sing, to harmonise, to orate. Oh, if you're an orator or a speaker, or you wish your words to be heard by others, whether you're a songwriter or a I'm hearing recipe maker. So recipes can be for food, yes, but all sorts of other things in our lives. And I feel for some of you, maybe you've written a manuscript, or you've written a paper, or you've written something that you feel people really need to hear, to read, to digest. For some of you, it feels like it is, your words are potent. They need to be not just heard by others, but absorbed. So if you have a if you're a spiritual teacher and you want to share your insights, etc., but I'm also getting something here, might just be for 1 or 2 specific people. Oh God, okay, I'm hearing the phrase blowing the lid off. So if something has been hidden from the public, and you are aware of whatever that something is, and you want to blow the lid off, you want to be a whistleblower, you want to let people know what's going on. So it could just be in your community. I'm hearing something might be to do with a school or schooling system or education system, and then widely sort of political arena. But there's an opportunity for someone among you, whoever you might be. Okay, I'm hearing it. Spill the beans, blow the lid off, be the whistleblower, let the light shine onto a situation. Because they're showing me again with The Sound of Music how right in the midst of a very dangerous situation the bomb traps were in, in Nazi Germany, Austria, that sort of thing, Switzerland, that they very cleverly devised a way of escaping by having all of the family singing, And then one by one, they would finish the song, they would bow, leave the stage. And then the next one, finish the song, bow, leave the stage. But as they left the stage, they were literally on the run. And whilst the audience were applauding, waiting for them to come back for an encore, they managed to go. So, in a way, it's about pulling the wool over somebody's eyes, but in a positive fashion, so that you can escape a situation that's not necessarily dangerous, but be a good idea if you left. Using a ruse, that's the word I'm hearing, ruse, being canny, being the ability to outsmart others, but for the good of a cause. As we are in a Mercury retrograde period at the moment, you're thinking, oh Lord, not again. And Mercury is about how we communicate with each other. So when it goes retrograde, there things can be muddled or misconstrued or misheard. Letters get lost in the post, texts don't arrive, emails are totally misunderstood. There can be heated words between people because you haven't understood the other person. The message hasn't been received properly. And Loki is the trickster side of Mercury. So you see him portrayed in certain movies that he's a bit of a tricky dicky, and he likes to play practical jokes and mess with people's minds. So you can utilize this Mercury retrograde energy in the form of Loki in a very positive way. So if there's a situation around you which has been disguised or cloaked or shown to be one thing and you're seeing it as something totally different, it's tapping into, tuning into that an energy, okay, they're saying an energy of reveal, being able to reveal something without putting yourself in any harm or in any awkward situation or placement, to be able to leave with dignity, to be able to leave a situation where the audience are confounded. That's the word I'm hearing. They're absolutely confounded. How did that happen? How did that happen? How did they find out? How did they know about me? So it's, yeah, things coming to the surface that can't be squished down anymore. Now, the other interesting thing about the actress, Julie Andrews, is her voice. So in the stage play of My Fair Lady, she played Eliza Doolittle and sang, of course. In Mary Poppins, she sang, of course. In The Sound of Music, again, beautiful voice. Clear tones, beautiful, clear tones, clear voice. And then suddenly she could no longer sing. She had, I believe it was nodes on her on the voice box. So she lost that beautiful singing voice. She couldn't reach those notes anymore, and it was not conducive to her to carry on singing. However, she's so good at what she does, actressing-wise, other roles came in. And she's gone from strength to strength with those. So this is saying to me, whatever has come along into your life, which seems like a loss, which seems like a a death in a way of part of you might think, well, how can I ever carry on? How can I ever succeed? How can I exist without this part of me? Whatever that might be. It's being able to acknowledge that part of you that doesn't work anymore, and being able to embrace something else, which is more than equal to what you've lost. It might be an awful lot better. So the Libra energy, you're an air sign. Oh, excuse me. Touch a hay fever. Libra is ruled by the planet Venus, as is Taurus. Taurus is the earth bit, you are the air bit. So like with Let's Go Fly a Kite. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing the sign. It says restricted access. So in the past, that sign has been right in front of your eyes. You haven't been allowed through. It's a bit like at a concert or a. I'm also seeing like a big laboratory in red, restricted access written on the door there. So you, as you were, couldn't have gone through. So you, as you are now, or who you're moving into, there's no restriction. I'm seeing you being given a like a ribbon with a big pass on it, and it says Access Unlimited. Access to all areas. And with like the laboratory, whereas the red light flashing danger, it suddenly turns to green, and I hear it go, the lock and open the door opening to you. And as you walk through, all I'm seeing is bright white light. Bright white light. You think, whoa, lovely. So whatever delays or difficulties or obstacles you may have had around you, okay, they're taking me back to January of this year. So what you've been sort of ploughing through and plodding along with, you were getting to a point where, all right, and they're talking about team efforts. So with regard to the movies, in The Sound of Music, it was a whole family, I think 9 kids, something like that. So children featured in The Sound of Music. Children feature in Mary Poppins. So it's that childlike trust, that ability just to say, I completely trust that where I'm headed is the right place for me. Completely trust if I walk away from this person, this situation, this job, this area, something amazing is going to show up to assist me. So with Mary Poppins showing up, that again was an outside source. With Professor Higgins showing up, that was an outside source. So whatever desires you put out there, know that they've been heard. Know that they will be answered. Know that something, somebody, some situation is magically going to show up, and you might think, oh, that's, you know, that's all fairy tale. But magic is real. It does happen. Miracles, magic, out of the blue. But it isn't really out of the blue. It's been working behind the scenes for quite a while now, and something has to show up. So look at the energies of July with the Mercury retrograde. It may be that you need to go over something in fine detail. because you might have missed something. Okay, and they're saying it isn't just about missing something. You could actually add to something that's already there. So say, for example, it's a script, a manuscript, and you wrote it a long time ago. And you find it again, you bring it out. Oh, yeah, pretty good, isn't it, actually? I wonder why I didn't do anything about that. And in rereading it, because there's been a while since you wrote it, you've actually had some more life experience in the meantime. And so sort of a gap opens up in the middle of it where you can bung in a few more chapters. And it will make it so much richer, juicier. The denouement, which comes in at the end of the story. They're talking about red herrings. So, when somebody reads it now, they'll be completely thrown off by this new chapters coming in. They won't see it coming. They won't see the end coming. So whether it is a manuscript or that's just a metaphor for your life, it's going to have a lot more bite to it. It'd be a lot more juicy. It'd be a lot more colourful, and it can throw people off course. Because with those 3 stories of Sound of Music, Mary Poppins and My Fair Lady, the curtain comes down, but the story continues. So it isn't, it's not the end. It's the end of a part 1, but there's more to come. Much more to come. And you can create that. We create our own realities. You can make it far more thrilling than what you thought your life was going to be. And just allow this strange old Mercury retrograde energy to bring something up which maybe you hadn't looked at before, and now you can embrace it and bring it into your life story, your life purpose. Because initially Mercury is retrograde in Leo, so Leo is looking at our personalities, how we shine the light, how we present ourselves to the world. And then it goes further back into Cancer for a little while. And Cancer is the home and the family. It's where we feel safe and secure. So part of this might be revisiting old family history, old ancestral patterns, old belief systems. Taking another look at those and thinking, oh, they're so outmoded, but I'm still using that. Oh, that doesn't fit well with me anymore. I think I really do need to let go of that one. Put it in the archives and say, yeah, that was fine then, but that isn't who I am now. So there's a reset button. There's a letting go of old beliefs, putting on a new outfit, tapping into that imagination. And running with that. So use discernment in this next 3 or 4 weeks or so, because certain conditions aren't favourable right now. Wait and look into other options. But ask the angels to guide you and to help you. So until Mercury turns direct again, things can still be a little bit unclear. you might feel unfocused. You know, they're saying about doing your homework, going over stuff, looking at the fine detail of things, being absolutely sure. So they're putting me in mind of, say somebody's preparing for a trial, the date is set, but the solicitor and the lawyers and all of that lot have to do their homework. They have to read the case file, the case studies, and look into all of the different aspects of what it is they need to present to the judge and to the jury. So utilising that time in such a way that you haven't missed anything. And then when it does come to the time to present what it is you need to present, all right, they're saying you can't help but win because it's all there. It's all there in front of you. So I hope this makes some sense to you all, my darlings. Do leave me a comment if you'd like to. I'd love to know how you react to my work. If anybody would like to have a private session with me or interested in commissioning a piece for yourself or as a gift for somebody else, all the details are in the box below. So for now, have a lovely July, and I'll love you and leave you till next time. Bye.